Yo, what's up boys? Story Tang here with another YouTube video. I just wanted to come on here and start talking because I know that every other person on this planet has something that they're dealing with and it needs to be addressed. And it's good to just hear from somebody that they can trust. It's good to just hear from somebody that they can believe in, to have a real external opinion. Right? And I am that space for you. I am that person that will try to predict what you're feeling, will try to predict what's happening. And hopefully it'll help you just think about your own life. And it's something that I need as well, just to speak to you guys, to understand the current state of the situation of our lives right now. Let's get straight into it. You know, us as humans, we're so prone to being affected by everything. We're so prone to being hurt. We're so prone to feeling emotions, to being pushed away, to being distant, to feeling like we're not good enough, to feeling like we're a failure, to feeling like we're not gonna go somewhere just because we did something wrong. Or we think we did something wrong. Or we lose a bunch of money. Or we lose this perfect life, or we have bad grade on an exam, but it's not ever going to be the end goal. What you're dealing with today is a simple obstacle that you will eventually go past through. And you needed to get past through that obstacle. You needed to jump past that hurdle in order to become the person you are the next day, and the next day after that. And guess what? You wouldn't be the person that you need to be without the experiences that you experience. And the truth is, you sitting here in that constant downward spiral is not going to get you anywhere. Crying all the time, being angry all the time, treating people badly all the time, just because you have a bad day, just because you stubbed your toe, just because you did something horrible, you sinned. You cannot blame yourself for what you did. You have to take accountability for it. Yes, you did that because it's your fault. Because you thought you could lean on the Lord every time you sin. You thought you could lean on the Lord every time you did something bad. He's always there, yes, but it's your fault that you did it, okay? You have to be able to accept the reality. Accept that you weren't doing the right habits. Accept that you were the person that was being led into the wrong direction. But the only person that can lead you into the wrong direction is yourself. Look at yourself, okay? I need you to sit down and look at yourself. Look at your hands. Look at your legs. Look at every part of your body that you can see. Okay? Look at yourself. Is this the person that you want to be for the rest of your life? Is this the person that you want your daughter or son to marry? Is this the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with? If it's not, then you know exactly what to do. You know exactly what it takes. You know exactly what you need to cut off right and now. But if you are that person, what can you do better? What can you do better to please your daughter or wife? Or husband or son? What can you do to become that better person? What is there to do? There's things to improve on, obviously. People keep talking about self-improvement, self-development, how I want to be better. But nobody ever thinks about what they have to actually do for it. You have to do and plan actual things to become the person you need to be. You don't just sit down and then work in different aspects of your life and expect your life to just be all good, all perfect, and all suddenly start becoming better. That's just fairy tale. You're not living in Disney World, bro. You've got to list it down. You've got to etch that discipline. Because the truth is, every single man that you've ever met, man, woman, every human is addicted to something. This is a deep topic. Every human is completely addicted to something. that they can't seem to stop. Whether it be lust, whether it be money, whether it be chasing the other gender, whether it be gambling. But the true person, the one who has the biggest heart, is addicted to believing. They're addicted to believing. Now, what do I mean by addicted to believing? This guy sounds insane. They're addicted to believing in themselves that no matter how many times they failed, and no matter how many times that they fall into their sin, that they believe. Having the belief is your power, is your superpower. The belief is what's going to separate you from everybody else. Your belief is exactly what you have. You know, we just sit down sometimes and we never talk to ourselves. We never seriously think about what we do on a day-to-day basis. We sit and we don't reflect. We sit and we just get distracted by all the sounds, the music, the videos. It's so easy to be eaten up because you are weak. Like every other human before you, you are weak. You're born with pleasure. You're born with that dopamine in you, those inceptors. You are born to fail. But what can you do in this stage of your life to win? What can you do in this stage of your life to switch that dynamic around? Because you are never going to be in a different spot if you never choose to stand up once in a while. If you never choose to put your foot down every now and then. Because you cannot be accepting every single day of who you are. You cannot be accepting of what you look like, of what you're doing, of your actions that are bringing you nowhere. You cannot be accepting all the time. You have to be a person that just loves to become better, that just loves to be a better person. Not only just becoming a better person, but becoming a better role model to the people around you, to God, to your ancestors, to the people supporting you. Being a better role model is not only for yourself, it's for everybody around you. Now, every time you have a decision to choose, think about it. Is this going to benefit me and everybody I know? Or is it just only going to benefit me? Because the truth is, every time you make a decision, everybody else is behind your back. They're on you. You're holding them on their back. And your decision dictates how they're going to feel. But sometimes people talk about the greed. Talk about being selfish to where you're living your life is just like, they talk about how being selfish is the way. Being selfish is good in some places. Being greedy is good in some places. But if you're greedy all the time, if you're arrogant all the time, if you're just selfish every single day, 24/7, then you won't have a heart. And when you don't have a heart, most things don't go well for you. Being selfish is good for only putting your energy to yourself. But then you have to be able to give the love that you want to receive. You have to be able to give the things that you want to receive. If you want respect, you give respect. If you want loyalty, you give loyalty. But the thing is, I am not talking about that right now. What I am talking about is that your tribulations are bringing you closer to what you need. Your tribulations are bringing you closer to God. You need God. You need to sit down and really look at your life. Where am I going right now? Where am I going? What am I doing right now? Why am I doing this right now? Think about yourself and how you can take the next steps. Because yesterday is gone. Tomorrow, you don't know if there's a tomorrow. But right now, there's a right now. You can write down your goals. You can write down what you need to improve on. You can write down what you want to do. And you can do what you need to do right now. There's no waiting. There's no procrastinating anymore. There's no more time to be doing all of that. There's no more time to be doing all of that. You can only waste so much time, and then you won't have any more time. As simple as it sounds, that's the truth. You can only waste so much time until there's no more time to waste. And then you're stuck. And then you get angry. Who else can you get angry at? Yourself. That's why people target themselves. That's why people do not like the person they are. And that's why people surround themselves with people. Because they can't be okay with themselves. Because they can't be okay with sitting down in a secluded room with nobody. Just walls. People can't be okay with themselves. And then they trap themselves in social situations and interactions that don't mean anything for them. All that social interactions do for you is distract you. All they do is make some jokes. You be happy for a little. What I call that short dopamine as well. Short dopamine, just like how you're scrolling on your phone. You wonder why you're addicted to your phone, because it's short dopamine. It's basically getting a social interaction, but on a phone. You're just looking at someone else's life, scrolling. I'm looking at somebody else's life that I want to live. I want to have this social interaction. I want to approach this girl. I want to get that money. I want to live this life. And you keep scrolling. I will do this. I will do that. I will be this. I will do that. Bro. Look at me. You hear this? I am making my hands create sounds. And you can make your body create the life that you want by doing what? By taking action. By doing what? By getting off your phone and simply taking life as seriously as you can take it. Taking life as seriously as you can take it. Because the honest and the whole truth is that not everybody is listening. Not everybody is trying to work as hard as they need to. Not everybody is awake, chosen. They're not woke. 99% of people that I've talked to are simply not awoke. They're not woke. They're asleep. And how are they asleep, bro? I don't understand. If you're living on this planet right now, and you're a person that doesn't understand my message, that you don't have time, that you can be rich, that there is this American dream, that you can become the person that you need to be. But then why are you not awake? Why are you consuming someone else's content? What's the point? And adding on to that, if you're in a tight situation right now, you don't have any money, you don't have any food, you don't have a house, what can you do about it? You don't just sit around and mope and cry and protest against Trump. Do something about it. Try, at least. If you try, you're better than the people who didn't try. And people really do not try. They don't try. I don't get it. I seriously don't understand. How can a person not try at something? What are you actually trying then? Like, what are you putting your effort in if you're not trying? Are you just giving 50-50 to everything? Are you literally an NPC, bro? Are you an NPC? You're a bot in real life. Can somebody explain that? No, they can't. I can't explain it. But I know I'm different. And I know you can hear me right now. This video is 14 minutes long. But I'm getting deep. Because sometimes I don't feel like this is real. I actually don't feel like life is real sometimes. Like, it's kind of scary, to be honest. I don't feel like it's real. What is reality? Sometimes I sit down, I'm like, dang, everyone else has had my single tribulation. That's crazy. Everyone else has dealt with a similar situation. That's crazy. What if I'm just a bot in the system? No, I'm not. Because I'm a person that's speaking about it. I'm a person that actually thinks about it. That knows that I can become great. Because I have what's inside of me, called my brain. Most people don't use their brains. That's why they're stuck. That's why they're into their whatever game they're playing. I know they're not playing life. But life is the only game you have to play. Life is the only game you get to actually win. And the way you decide to win is your decision. There's not only one way of winning. You can do anything. You can do anything to win. Anything. What is winning to you? Just phrase the question in that way. What is winning to you? How can I turn this situation back around? How can I come back? No, I don't want revenge, vengeance. I don't want to prove everybody wrong. No. That's not who I am. But I do want to do it for myself. But I do want to be a person that does achieve everything that I've ever dreamed of. And the people who have the similar mindsets as me, I need you guys to comment on this video. Maybe we'll reach out. Because I do know people do not believe. They don't believe. And it's terrifying. It's just terrifying. Like, I don't understand sometimes. It is actually really terrifying. What if a person like me, who's talking about these things, how it's possible to escape the 9 to 5, how it's possible to escape the workforce. It's all possible. But the government, people of power, they don't want you to become rich. They don't want you to get to that highest echelon. But I know that you can. I know that I can. Because of what? Because of our faith. Because of what? Because of our belief in the greater good. Because of our belief in our true discipline, we will make it. Y'all are literally looking at me right now, and I look like I'm insane, right? Just speaking to a camera. I look insane. I'm literally in a science library talking to myself about how I don't think life is real. But one day, I always say this, it's all gonna pay off. No matter where I am right now, my situation is very dire. I might be cooked. I don't understand where I'm going. But the vision for me is not my vision. It's God's vision. Only God can tell me where I'm going next. Only He knows where I'm supposed to go. If I keep following His path, I shall be righteous. If I keep following His path, I shall achieve what I'm destined to achieve. And so can you. Honestly, you've got to sit down and look at yourself. Because now, at this age, at this point in time, you have the chance. You have a winning lottery ticket. It's called TIME, time. That winning lottery ticket is worth more than anything in the world. Spend it wisely. Stoic Tang here, ending it with another video. See you guys another day. Peace out.